Right guys, I was hoping to actually record like the fourth palm change, like go down in the park like this morning, this afternoon, but there was obviously like too many people around, let's like so I wasn't able to kind of film it like in a better background, but I'll be able to film it out the backyard like here. So this kind of builds upon let's say like the palm changes 1 to 3. What you'll probably find like with this particular palm change, there are a lot of setups for throws and kind of takedowns like with this particular let's say like a palm change, and there's a couple of variations like on some of the different teams, but like it's definitely building upon what the palm changes that you've done, let's say like up to date. As I kind of said, let's say like at the very start, the first and the second palm change really have a lot of the items like or let's say like techniques in it, which are the nucleus, let's say like of the Jiang Jiao, let's say like a version of Baguazhang. There's a number of different styles and families of Baguazhang, but the first and second palm change, they really are the nucleus like on which like the rest of the Jiang like Rong Jiao like form like was built. So just kind of let's say like starting off, let's say like once again, so you've walked let's say like the circle, you're after finishing let's say like the third palm change, and you've walked the circle once again. Okay, so you're to this position. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to step into a pigeon in toe step, pass out, drill. Okay, then you're going to turn out, push the moon to open the door. From here, scoop down, scoop up. Okay, now from here you're going to be doing let's say like the move like we would have done like before, like in the second and third palm change, which is remove the helmet, but this time you're going to just do let's say like something slightly different. Okay, so you're coming in around here, cow hoop, curve step here, coming over, and as it comes over and around like this, round your head, you're stepping forward and pushing. Okay, once again, scoop down, come up to here, coming in let's say like you're doing let's say like what's in remove the helmet like once again to here, and as you're stepping let's say like go forward, let's say like you're basically let's say like instead of let's say going this way, you're facing the palm out this way, so you're going forward from here, boom. Okay, so you've done remove the helmet. From here you look over let's say your left shoulder, scoop down from this side, from here scoop up. Now from here, let's say you're going to step forward, let's say like and it's fierce tiger, exit the cave. Here. So you've scooped up to here, step forward, fierce tiger exits the cave. Now the next like maneuver, let's say like from here, is called like the back falls to ground. So what you're doing is you're stepping behind, cross leg, and you're doing a curve in and drop down, let's say like with the hands to here. Now this is a kind of a curving in movement. You'll see this like in a lot of the Chung Bagua, let's say like forms like as well. Now from here, just so that I get it in frame, you release out, you come out from underneath, you creep down to here. Try and get as low as possible, coming up once again to hold the moon in your chest, and once again flower hides under leaf, and then a flock of wild geese like break out. Okay, so that's like the actual form like done step by step by step. The kind of the most awkward let's say like part like for a lot of people, especially when I was learning it, is from when let's say you have let's say like the fierce tiger exits the cave here, is getting that actual twist of the hand. So really kind of like think about it, this hand drops underneath, this one curves over the top, so you're going and then down and up. So that particular movement like just showing you let's say like with the hands, you've done fierce tiger exits the cave, the left hand drops down, you're curving in almost as if you're doing let's say like the the teacup exercises. You're coming out, and as that comes out, you're sliding the other hand, let's say, like, you're down, let's say, and dropping, like, go into your low bow stance. Okay, so that movement, like, once again, so here, fierce tiger exits the cave. You step back, try and get that step back like as low as possible, compress, come out, and then scoop out. Okay, so that maneuver once again, fierce tiger exits cave, hand drops down, and this one just comes across the body and then comes up. So you should be kind of at this kind of, let's say, like, angle with your shoulders, but your stance, like, should be obviously, like, quite a bit deeper. So you should be talking, let's say, like, something around, let's say, like, here and up, and then cow boo, and then flock of wild geese, like, break out. So that's the fourth, like, palm change, like, broken down as kind of best as I can kind of, like, explain it. As I said, like, these kind of maneuvers, these are really for setting up, let's say, people as a throw over, or a kind of a setup, like, for a flip, like, for schweifa, or kind of like a throwing methods. What you're maybe not seeing, let's say, like, is the slide back of the leg. This is where you're grabbing, like, onto your opponent's belt. Here I have, let's say, like, other hand, and it's basically up. That's what you're kind of, that slide through, this type of thing going on. That's all, like, kind of, let's say, uprooting, catching someone underneath, like, the armpit, getting a grab, and, like, setting up, let's say, like, a throw. Even this particular maneuver, let's say, where you've gone, that's a very harsh throw. You're basically compounding, let's say, like, getting it as close underneath, let's say, like, the person's armpit as possible. So imagine I've struck someone here, I've brought their head down to here, and what I'm using then, like, is that push forward to get them to roll forward, and hopefully, like, they'll break their shoulder or elbow, let's say, like, on the way down with that particular, like, throw. So that's that particular maneuver. Okay. The other, let's say, like, kind of maneuvers, let's say, like, within this, let's say, like, the bat, let's say, like, falls down. These type of maneuvers really great for kind of clinch work, like, stuff. There's a lot of things you can kind of play around, like, with them. Obviously, I don't have a partner, let's say, here at the moment, but if you have, let's say, like, someone you can practice martial arts with, like, during these times, like, feel free to do so. But there's a lot of, let's say, the maneuvers, like, where you're just kind of leaning down here. This can also represent, let's say, a situation whereby there's two opponents, and I have to kind of get out of here, let's say, like, really kind of quickly. So it could be just like, I could be addressing, like, with this person. I know this person then is coming in on my left hand side, is going to try and attack me, and it's going to be strike, chop to the throat, strike to the xiphoid process, like, for the other guy. After I've, let's say, like, done that, palm strike to the face, and then, let's say, like, fierce tiger, let's say, like, exits the cave, hitting them under the chin, something like that. And then, let's say, like, whatever, let's say, you need to kind of do, like, then, like, to deal with the other guy, like, from behind, like, to finish him off. So a lot of these maneuvers, this type of thing going on, can also be, I'm striking, let's say, this person, and I'm also striking another person, like, from behind. Palm strike to the head, they're coming in once again. I could repeat the same movement, like, once again, like, hitting them, let's say, like, on the forehead, like, or whatever. But you have to obviously, like, you'll be able to judge, like, at the distance. Like, so if you're flanked, let's say, like, by two people, and you're saying, listen, lads, I don't want any trouble. What you're going to have to do, like, is create space, and these particular movements. That's going to create that space that you're going to kind of, like, need, like, to escape, or, like, set up, like, any other kind of, like, techniques or follow on, let's say, maneuvers. So, like, they are, let's say, quite, like, powerful when you're driving your whole body into them. So that's just an example of, like, some of the usages, like, from this particular form. The one last thing, like, I'd like to kind of maybe say to you, and it's something you can kind of, like, play around, like, with as well, is Now this isn't strictly within, let's say, like the Bagua, let's say, like system, but this is an extremely useful device. It's let's say the Shaolin, let's say Rattan ring, let's say it's used in Wing Chun. It's used like in a number of the southern like Shaolin like martial arts, but it is a great device like to kind of like work like some of the resistance like from the forms. Let's say if you don't, let's say, have a partner like to work with. So for example, let's say like here, I could be, let's say, like working through, let's say like hold the moon in my chest, draw it back down again, hold the moon in my chest, draw it back down again, hold the moon in my chest. I can feel the actual resistance like going on there. I could be walking, let's say, like the circle. I can feel as if, let's say, like I've got, let's say, some connection like there, like here, the resistance like almost as if I've caught, let's say, like a person's like hand, and I'm walking. I could do, let's say, like heaven palm, like to kind of feel that force. Earth palm. Here, obviously, you have to hold on to the other side of the ring, but you're getting to feel that kind of contact idea going on. Also, let's say, like for example, you can feel, let's say, like if you take like further along, let's say, your body here, like for example, like heaven and earth palm, this particular maneuver, heaven and earth palm, like being used to kind of turn around a person's body and kind of get that, let's say, small bit of resistance. It's also good, let's say, like if you're doing, let's say, like Baguazhang as well. So if you're holding, let's say, like it here, and you're going Baguazhang, and then Baguazhang, Baguazhang, Baguazhang. So piercing palm here. So pierce, 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 pierce. Okay. There's loads of ways you can actually play, let's say, like with this particular like piece of like training equipment, like and it does give you a kind of a bit of feedback like as regards like some of the forms like and what you can actually like do like with them. Here like some of the kind of the roll back, turn over, roll back, turn over, these type of maneuvers. Here, slide down, feel that kind of resistance where you're kind of getting that pull, and it's if you're going to throw someone over, or kind of catch them by the belt, flip them. So that's just a kind of a quick recap, let's say, like as regards like some of the material. And as I said, a rattan ring, like it is very handy, let's say, like as a training device. If you want to kind of order one, you can get them on Amazon and get them delivered. We don't know how much longer, let's say, like this particular quarantine is going to kind of go on for, but like this could be like an assisted training partner where you can kind of train like some of your palms, like walking the circle, and you're feeling a bit of resistance as if you were working with a partner in a number of like different ways. And also you can kind of like experiment with a couple of the ideas, let's say, like with like the kind of the form, let's say, like here, once again, let's say if I'm here leaning the horse asking the way, flower hides under the leaf, flock of wild geese like break out, and you're getting to feel like that particular like resistance like with the piece of equipment as a training partner in substitute. So that's pretty much everything, guys. If you got any questions, you can send me a message on Facebook or like through YouTube, whatever like the case may be, and I hope you have good training going forward. Take care.